Global warming is becoming more than a rumor. It can no longer be denied that global warming is a serious issue for our planet. We have featured two Russian environmental scientists, Voltra and Durkheim, to tell us a little bit more about the truths, myths, causes, and effects regarding the survival of our planet and its struggle against global warming. Welcome, Dr. Voltra.
Hello, I am Dr. Voltra, and I am here to tell you about the facts of global warming. Since the 1820s, scientists have explored the effects of gases trapped in the atmosphere. From there grew the idea that our globe is getting increasingly hotter, and we have since looked for the source of this progression. The average global air temperature near the Earth's surface increased 0.74 plus minus 0.18 degrees Celsius, or 1.33 plus minus 0.32 degrees Fahrenheit, during the 100 years ending in 2005. The warming of the globe is not only evident in our heated climate, but also in the sea levels rising at a 0.07 yearly rate since 1961.
Hello, I am Dr. Durkheim. Global climate changes are due to many factors, including massive volcanic eruptions with increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. It also changes in the intensity of energy emitted by the sun and variations in Earth's position relative to the sun, both in its orbit and in the inclination of its spin axis. The chief cause of global warming is thought to be the burning of fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and natural gas, which releases into the atmosphere carbon dioxide and other substances known as greenhouse gases. As the atmosphere becomes richer in these gases, it becomes a better insulator, retaining more of the heat provided the planet by the sun. The sun itself is definitely not the cause of global warming. So we cannot be sure if carbon dioxide is the cause of global warming, but with more emissions of carbon dioxide as years pass, global warming also increases. Is this coincidence? That is left up to you to decide. Being the professional Russian global warming scientist that I am, Dr. Durkheim, I do not think this is a coincidence.
Hello, Dr. Voltra again. 150,000 people have died from global temperature increases. 39 diseases have re-emerged since the 1960s. And in addition, the more wet and humid environments have greatly increased the mosquito population. And 1 million people die a year from malaria, which is 3,000 a day. Malaria is caused by mosquitoes, and it's bad. Okay.
I'm back. Most real scientists will agree that there is a problem. Opinions vary on the intensity, effects, and influence we have on it. Many scientists do not believe the accuracy of computer models and the data going into them. Much of the data does not come from stalagmites, or does come from stalagmites in tree rings, which grow more on warmer years. This is highly inaccurate and is only counted as sufficient because so many different samples are examined. Models themselves can be inaccurate simply because the programming isn't perfect. There is also the fact that water vapor accounts for 98% of changes in the Earth's temperature. CO2 and methane shouldn't actually have that much of an effect at all. Of course, we know that the water vapor is staying the same. Probably the most valid argument against our influence over global warming is that we are actually in a cold period. Throughout the history of the Earth, there have been cold periods and warm periods. It is thought that it was actually warmer in the 1930s than it is now. This is debatable, but there are very obvious trends on a larger scale. The Ice Age, the Mesozoic Age, we could just be going into a warmer period, completely unaffected by us. As a general rule, just don't listen to arguments that say global warming doesn't exist. Typically, they're cherry-picking or flat-out making the things up.
Hello. There are many ways to prevent global warming from becoming worse. The more obvious ways, of course, are to conserve energy. You can do this by doing simple things, like switching from incandescent light bulbs to compact fluorescent light bulbs. Another common way is, of course, to recycle. Recycle things such as aluminum, paper, plastic, and glass. Other options are to not use heaters and air conditioning. Solar power is a more efficient way to heat your house. Or if you live in a cool climate, paint your house a darker color so it would attract sunlight and vice versa for a warmer climate. walk or bike places instead of driving to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. This saves energy and money and is good exercise for everybody. You can also reduce the lawn space by adding shrubberies, mulch and flower beds so that you don't have to mow the lawn as much. Also, being a vegetarian helps decrease global warming. Production of food uses less energy than producing meat. These options to decrease the rise of global warming are expensive at first, but later in life you'll end up saving money. Thank you.
You're from the balloon.